10:30 viewing go.
Thank you so much.
Hello. Hoje eu vejo mais aqui.
How are you?
I'm local. Okay. No, I need no,
it's too heavy. Until 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock for SGI.
Yes, great. Good job.
Now, what I want to check is, since I'm running all the way, when we get here, are you going to have your people or want to?
No, we'll take over.
You will take over.
Yeah, then it's easy.
That's better. Yeah.
Because then you know what everybody knows.
And you know when to do, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
That's good.
The one in those who's going to do about
The big girl.
Mboweni, units and all that.
Mageline.
And then the one project, even though it's not a big thing, it's just somebody like that. Because lava actually one shame and all that, so I'm just making.
So when I'm construction work, not units.
No, it's like yeah, it's basic. Yeah, but there's a lot of
Forget TV one on that.
I'm working with you guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So you have to drive fix it.
yeah, we are fixing.
Listen,
You can't put it behind the console. I want to look on that place where you're brain.
So it's come up with it.
Hi, you handsome.
We like it.
Mr. Mboweni.
you can ask what is the follow from which you buy it. No, no, okay, take that to me.
Let's try to sculpture a hand.
Thank you. We are about to start. Can we settle down please, so that we can start?
Ja, het is goed. This one has been plastic.
Ndakopela badeni bata ikulela isikhongelo ebiyisuku program ya Makoloi. So we will ask for them to come in. Just a little bit.
Kungi Tatana Otincholo Buena Komsa Ishangani la Haspira Kanta Kuta Heleketa Makueru Tusuma Hina Siete Amukela Jena, Amokela, and Kosena, Lucy Angafi, and Alam, Sabina, Katana, and Pikin, Silvana, and over machine, the Amvela, and Amia, and I, bueno, Oh, for thou still heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Forgive us our trespasses. Send us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the Amen.
Well, I can see that Brother is still strong, Mr. Mboweni. He can see this in men. I am mindful of the fact that there are people who understand Tsonga and those who don't. So I will try to mix along the way, but also at the same time ensuring that everyone get the message that will be coming from myself, but also from the speakers that will be coming forward. So let me welcome all of you that are here this morning, who came to support us, who came to honor the word of God, because the word of God says, blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. You are here to give us that comfort today as the Mbowenis and the Mangwanis. It is not my responsibility to tell you why, and that part I am going to leave it to Vincent and Charles Mboweni. But before they come forward, I want to say this. I have been requested, and I hope you will honor it, as children of discipline, as children of the Most High God. Whichever God you bow down to, it is God. So that God has got values. That God that you bow down to, and honor him or her, however you call your God. The reason I'm saying this, on the front here you will realize next to where I'm standing, there is a box. This is an altar, it's not just a box. So please, you are requested not to take picture of this altar. You are requested not to take pictures of this altar. Makombeni walishaku, mingateki sithombe kumbe sifaniso, however you call it, altara lenga mahlweni lenga tlhele rashinene ra mina loko mi nga ta ka mi vona ka mi twisa ku ni vula yini. Loko mina ni tibokisi mi ta vona loko mina ni ti-casket mi ta vona ku la kusuhani ka mina ku na xibokisani xa lexi nga pendiwa hi pende ya vanish. Please mi nga teki swithombe va ni kombelini va SGI ku ri please don't take pictures of this altar. If you disrespect that, you disrespect God. If you're not going to disrespect God, you will do as wise as requested. Now I'm going to ask also the speakers. You will realize when you look at the program that it's quite a long program. I'm not saying don't come and say something, but at the same time don't come and say hi because you didn't prepare. Let's try to manage time. I want to make sure that come 9 o'clock we can hand over to SGI. So please, speakers, when I come off my seat and come and stand next to you, please do realize that your time is off. And I'm going to manage it very tightly. I'm going to manage time very, very tightly. We are supposed to have the ladies that exercised with money, and ladies and gents, I'm sure. They're supposed to do some nice displays of what they used to do with money. I have not seen them. Let me consult before I call other things. People from Ikotole, are you here? Bumani Bokokwan from Ikotole, are you here? Can you please indicate to me? Oh, you are here. Beautiful. Because I'm going, after the announcement of why we are here, I'm going to call on you. And I'm not sure, the stage is a little bit tight here, but I don't know how much space you need. Maybe just to, can one of you consult with me when the next speaker is on the podium for me, go to the place, so that we can finalize as to where you will be standing and all those things. One of you, your leader, if you can come forward, the leader that has taken over, if you can come forward and consult with me, I would really appreciate it. Having said that, I must talk, I fully when you look at the program, you will see that Alpha Steve na Garden, all Garden, that end, forget it, just hear what I'm saying, it's supposed to be Steve Mboweni, all Garden. Like the next item, it's not two people that are going to announce that. It's Vincent Mboweni, all Charles in the absence of Vincent. Now that Vincent is here, we are going to call on Vincent Mboweni to come forward, why hearing leaders for me, go to the place if you can come forward and consult with me. Vincent Mboweni. Do we have choirs here?
One laugh.
Choirs, please.
Masungulo yanga, matibiwai, masungulo, masungulo yanga, matibiwai, masungulo, masungulo yanga,
namshawata ngweni wakandi wahlonge namsuka mkule namsuka msuwani akatiko kanselara wamakhelwana eruption niyimila ikona kutamtivisa mafambele ya Makoloi malembe mambiri lama nga hundza Makoloi babi va tsikeleleka kuna xilo xo karhi la a xi va tsikelela va nga koti ku swi twisisa ku xilo lexi i ncini kumbe i bundu kumbe i ncini but a xi tsikelela hi pain loko xi va tsikelela va zamazameni ku fambafamba ku la ku ta twisisa ku problem i ncini mara yi nga kumeki va koti ku ya a bara hospital va kombela ku pfuniwa laha madokta ma nga hlahluva xilo lexi va tshikelelaka va kumeke ku xilo lexi va tshikelelaka i cancer leyi a yi ri lani twisisi ku nyongeni or fibla so ku va xi hlahluvile swi kumeke ku xilo lexiwani masocha ya xona ya na vukarhi se vukarhi bya masocha lama swi endla ku va tshikeleleka ngopfu hi ti-pain so loko va tshikeleleka ngopfu ti-pain mara a xibedhlele va ringetile ku va treat-a so loko va ri ku va treat-eni va fike laha va nga betela va huma exibedhlele loko va huma exibedhlele va vuyile kaya loko va ri la kaya masocha lamaya mame mabuya futhi ka vona loko mabuya futhi masocha lama mafukuzani va tlheriseli kwini a bara loko va tlheriseriwa bara va vi va admitiwa a bara loko va admitiwa a bara hikuva va vona ku swin'wana a va na swona swa michini va vi va yisa a xeleto maceke a xeleto maceke va vi va hlahluva madokta va kota ku lwa na yini na fukuzani leyiwani so fukuzani leyiwani va va yisi ka radiation program radiation program hi laha hi ku ya hi madokta ma twisaka ku loko va va yisa laya va ta kota ku hasa va recover so laha ka radiation is a treatment that can use higher dose swi fana na loko mi pandza hi nhloko mi nwa tiphilisi timbirhi loko nhloko yi ta kota ku antswa so vona va tirhisi overdose ya ku no va zama ku va dlaya masocha lama ma karhataka lama fukuzana mara hikuva miri wa vona wu twi ku vava ngopfu a va kotangi ku va kahle and then hi ku ya hi madokodela va zamile ku va zama yin'wana ndlela leyi va vitanaka i chemotherapy. Chemotherapy is a drug treatment that use powerful chemicals to kill fast growing cells in the body. So va zamile ku endla yini ku va yisa chemotherapy ku laha va tirhisaka ti-chemicals ta strong leti ti nga kotaka ku va ti dlaya masocha ya fukuzana leyi va karhataka va zamile ivi va va vuyisela futhi a bara because vona a va admitiwile bara a xeleto maceke a va yisiwa hi timhaka ta ku va ya kota ku va va pfuna hi ku swin'wana a bara a va nga ri na swona hi ku ya hi madokta loko swin'wana swi nga ri kona va kota ku hindzisela kun'wana laha u nga ta kota ku chekiwa u kota ku vonaka ku xi lexi hluphaka ngopfu i ncini hikuva va hlupheki ngopfu hi ti-pain na yini ti-chemotherapy leti na ti-radiation ti vi ti va na ntshikelelo ngopfu ka vona va va na pain leyo vava swinene va zamile ku lwa but pain leyi va tshikeleli ngopfu ku va tshikelela hi loko pain hambi u nwa tiphilisi or ti-pain killer u swi twisisa ku pain ya ha ri kona emirini wa vona hikuva fukuzani leyi or masocha ma yona a ma growa a ma ya mahlweni ma kha ma kula se swi va tshikeleli ngopfu emirini wa vona ti-pain ti nyanya emirini wa vona na loko se va vuya a xeleto maceke va vuyela a bara va yi xeleto maceke last week Thursday Friday va kha va chekiwa timhaka ta radiation and chemotherapy so hikuva va tshikeleli na miri wa vona wu twi ku vava ngopfu hi sota wa ti 21 na mixo xikwembu xi vi xi va wisisa laha xi nga vona ku ve le ku hluphekeni laha ku hlupheka ka vona ku twiwa ku hi vona ene hambi ku zamiwa leswi ve le ka ntshikelelo so hi ku ya all in all ka leswi nga swi vula lava ku n'wina mi swi tiva n'wana n'wina va ka Mboweni va ka Mageline maxaka community Makoloi a va ha kona Makoloi xikwembu xi va wisisile eka ku hlupheka ka vona hi fukuzani leyi a yi va khomile so mina ni kombela xixin'we ku va helela hinkwenu a swo helela namuntlha ku talawani a hi teni hi ta pfuxela leswi Makoloi a va ri hi xiswona a va tsakela munhu na un'wana na un'wana n'wina va makoti khomanani mi landzelela mitila ya Makoloi leswi a va hanyisa swona na n'wina vafuwethu ma swi tiva ku a va ri munhu wa njhani vana a ni nga ha vuli hi laha a mi swi tivaka va njhani even na mina ni nga yima laha na loko u tiyini a nga ri munhu wa ku utakombela ku endleriwa tiya. You must go and do yourself. Aba ku byela ku loko u va n'wanuna u fanele u tiyimela. So na vona va ri zamile ku kondzelela ka leswi a va ri xiswona kambe Xikwembu xi vi xi va wisisa. So hi leswi va nga fambisa swona leswi mi nga ta swi twa a xitarateni kumbe a tixopeni kumbe kwihi i mavunwa. Ntiyiso lowu nga kona hi lowu ni mi byelaka wona hi ku hambi mo famba mi ya ka Tsangoma mi ya kwihi mi to ti hetela mali. Ntiyiso Makoloi va tshikelelekile hi mhaka fukuzana masocha lama ma vi na makarhi swinene ka miri wa vona na cancer.
Thank you, Mboweni, for such a detailed report of what really happened to our mother. One of the things that Mami used to do when she was still in this world was to lead a group that is better than me. I'm embarrassed when I look at the people that are going to come here, that they could do the sort of things that they used to do with Mami. And some of us, when we hear the word gym or exercise, we tend to shy away. So let this group demonstrate and do what Mami loved when she was still in this world. Ekotole, the time is yours.
There's a camera on the side, so they must not watch there.
Camera igama, so is it possible to say that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Camera. No. Live on a camera, Rishivi. Right. I don't think it's a serious like Mavan Just a short chance. No, this guy chased somebody. Right.
Oscar.
Let's start. Right. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Equal to 9, 10, 1. Hey, let's go. 4, kita besok coy. 5, 6, 7, 8. Makoloi na registrasyon. 9. 1.
Papa Makoloi, Papa.
Ampisar, buena. Satu etsang tse wrong, buena. She was a disciplinary. Yeah. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rendezvous.
angakona ungana
Thank you, Lily. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Me baboni ni ba kegul na ba kalabza ba entai. They are so thin, they look 12 years old, they look like 19-year-olds, but I can promise you, if we were to ask them their ages, I promise you, you will be shocked. The people you saw in front of us are not youngsters, but because they keep themselves healthy, 80 exercises, so I will want to say those that live around Deep Kloof, specifically around this section or this zone, Habimiri Abo Zone 2 Halaya, Minga Kona La Extension 2, Bo Zone 4. You can join this group. Join na kumitakotakutia marambupatia meamashwe na butomi. Next speaker online is from the Mbowenis to represent the Mboweni family. Nitabitana, you can see kuna or also it's just Mboweni or winners. Fortunately, Juas is here, so we don't have to go to the second option. I'm therefore going to call on Mr. Mboweni Juas to come forward and represent the Mbowenis. Just Mboweni.
Masungulo, masungulo yanga ya tibiwa iwena. Masungulo, masungulo yanga wana ya tibiwa iwena. Ni maetelelo ya mina wana ya tibiwa iwena. Ni maetelelo ya mina wana ya tibiwa iwena.
Shosungulani inta kesa bakhandli basone lwanga imala ijiwa soka Mboweni nwana kwa Pawulo leswi ximela kulani imela ku khetsa va ka Mangwani swinene muti wa ka Mboweni so kulili because of Mangwanis se na miti ya i4 majama i4 imiti n'wanyana ya ka Mboweni yaleyo. So ya maungo tala anga kwa na wona handle ku khensa va ka Mangwani contribution le banga endla banga tswalela nwenyani la nga fika a ka muti la ka Mboweni inko
masungulo yanga wona mativi wa iwena.
Family, I did say that let me not embarrass you in front of people. I ask you to go and prepare. If you know that you did not prepare, warn me so that I don't call you. Winners, did you prepare? Where are you? We're a big family. We can't just thank Mangwane and we end there as if she was not somebody in this family. Prepare again, Joas. You will come back if Winners is not here. Prepare to represent us. Next in line, thank you, Lila. I do need the Holy Spirit because you see, when I lead this for a giant that it's lying here, her remains are in front of us. We know what she did in this family. Let's represent her like she was. She was active, she was alive, she was loving. We want to hear those things. Time is up to me to tell you that now you have 1 minute or you have 2 seconds. I'm in charge. So please, Winners, don't hide yourself where you are, because I will go and find you and come and represent us fully, like Vincent did. We know the woman lying here in front of us. I know her spirit is in heaven, but her remains are here. Brasen, the message goes also for you. Please don't come here and say, I want a man, and then you go back. Because I'll do exactly the same that I've done, I've said to Papa Joas. So, I take a little visa, come back na visa. Every hit is a Brasen Amashui.
Nakenza nakurungume karwoni balabula mina bit kudrexin lokumisumla mina lumilautu dimaka mitatsama na reservation. So don't do that way. I just want to sing one of the other songs me and my sister would sit down and sing it. Antabanirimani Kamalo Antabanirimani Kamalo Antabanirimani Kamalo Antabanirimani Antabanirimani Kamalo Antabanirimani Kamalo Antabanirimani Kamalo Anta Dina Yeso Kamalo Antabanirimani Kamalo Antabanirimani Kamalo Antabanirimani Kamalo Antabanirimani Nanoso Kalamlo Antabanirimani ningamalo antabanirima ningamalo antabanirima ningamalo antabanirima loko itsamile mina siswahili ai bula ngopfu oh ningaya oh okay titelo swilo swo tala hi swi endla my sister taught me a lot of things. And what I like, you know that young girl was kuna vanhu va nga ti-genius lava nga at the university. When you sat down with her, you got a lot of things. She was a doctor. I don't know if she was a doctor. I got confused at one second. Because when you walked in the house and sat down, as you sit down, when you sit down, my sister would look at the pose that you are doing. She should now. Why she would come and straighten you up and say, Samakasha like a healthy person. Otherwise, Minati pain like shooting, and she would look at your neck. Your neck, if your neck was not right, my sister would say, you know the other thing she did? At one stage we had a birthday of my sister somewhere in town. And whilst we were there, these children, there were these grandchildren playing around and doing the lawan and all that. When they were playing around, I don't know how she noticed that these kids, you know, and they have some deficiencies which we cannot tell. She realized that these kids, they don't stand upright. She said, and all that. Whilst we were thinking that it was enough, she organized it. She started to take these young girls and boys to say, I want you to stand upright. You are upright. And you know, because of that, one of my grandchildren who was there, grandchildren today, and all that. One of the boys who learned a lot of those things, it was my grandson. He followed up all those things. How to start, he was walking like he was a Mageline, all that. And I'm telling you, when this boy was in high school, they continued to audition this boy. We want to audition people who can become modelers and go and study overseas. And see whether we cannot give him a scholarship. This boy got a scholarship to go to overseas today, and today is doing his second year in LA and New York because of the training she got from her grand aunt. And I want to reveal this because you might not know, the children might not know what she contributed. And my grandson yesterday called to say, Kulu, please pass my words to grandma to say I'm what I am because I am. Little things people can improve the life of someone. My grandson is now in US, he's doing his second year in performing arts. So where would he have got those things if that my sister did not teach her that? And all I want to say to my sister, I want to say, where she is saying, it is well. She used to like music, people. Can I ask you, can I ask you, my sister used to like music. Me and you would sit here in this house and sing until that's why I want us to rejoice and sing for her. We must not, as much as we are mourning, let us mourn knowing that she used to enjoy what she lived for. And she was part of those people. We started a family society which was called, we wanted our children to know each other. We wanted our families to know each other. You know, a lot of you families, abantwana benu abazali abatibani next naso sibanga lawa namhlanje ngata arifina ikon ngata smula lo wani ngwana malume lo wani sukereke. We must make sure that our children know each other. Batatekana susula kwala bana batekana yena bona ntombi usaseka la siba ko what. My sister was very particular and said, you must know your children. And when we started a society which we wanted the families to know each other, she was the originator of that concept to say our children must know each other. And even now, I'm making a plea to the children who are remaining. You must make sure Fumana and all that. Bana bagwina abatibani na bana bagmina. Batibana na bana baka Obet, bana baka Braden, baka Peter, abatibani. Let's not beat about the bush about that. And if we don't do, that was the legacy she wanted to leave to the family, and she would never stay away from that family society when it took place. She was always there. And the last time she went to the family society, funny enough, maybe that was her last farewell to the society. We had a society at Katrina Mboweni's family late in December, and she was there. And when she was there, she got an attack. She became very sick, and all of us were a witness to the fact, and we were disappointed that Ute society in Wabada, and she was sick. We were all disappointed. But at the end, she came out strong and said, "Nah, I think she wanted to please us and said, "Nah," and she was strong again, but because, and she insisted she wanted to go to that society, whether that was the last time, and she came to the society. So family, you have a challenge. You must keep on that legacy of Batukulu Bagambanyele so that she will be happy where she is. And where she says, it is well. It is well. I mean, Mama Koloi, when you say, so you are not singing. You are, no, stop it. Don't do wrong things.
It is well with my soul.
It is well with my soul.
With my soul. It is well. It is well with my soul.
It is well.
It is well
with my soul.
With my soul. It is well.
It is well with my soul.
Yeah, I provoked you. I can see that person. I provoked you. I should have not said what I said, because then you will never stop. I provoked you. So I take that responsibility of accepting that I provoked you. But I loved it. It shows that you know her. It shows that you don't claim my mother. You were the true brother. The two of you were very good friends. And we know that. Thank you, President. Highly appreciate it. Let's move on. We are going to a section where the children are going to give tribute to Mom. Sagan has requested me to read the message. Gift, he said he will not be able to do. He is too emotional. But what will happen, I will read messages from Tsakani and Rulani. Then Amkelan will read his own message, and together with that of Fumani. I'm going to start to represent the elder one. Can I ask family members to support this gentleman to stand with them, please, as I read this message.
Tanamo yawo kwetima ina ilawa wena. Tanamo yawo kwetima ina ilawa wena. Ina ilawa wena. Ina ilawa wena. Ina ilawa wena. Ina.
Thank you. This message comes from Zakani Mboweni, and it reads as thus. As I sit down to write these words, my heart aches with profound sense of loss that your passing has brought into my life. The pain of your absence is overwhelming, and I struggle to find the right words to express the depth of my emotions. You were not just a mother, but also a confidante, my rock, and the guiding light of my life. Your absence has left a void that can never be filled, and I find myself longing for your comforting presence every single day. Mom, you were the epitome of love, strength, and grace. Your unwavering support and boundless love have shaped me into the person I am today. You were always there for me, offering words of wisdom, encouragement, and unconditional love in every moment of joy and every moment of despair. Your kindness, selflessness, and compassion touch the lives of everyone around you. And your legacy of love will continue to inspire me and others for the generation to come. The memories of our time together flood my mind, and I find solace in the beautiful moments we shared, from the simple joy of laughter and conversation to the profound moments of understanding. I am indeed connected to you. Every memory with you is etched into my heart forever. Your love was a constant, unwavering presence in my life. I am eternally grateful for the love and warmth you showered upon me. Mom, the pain of losing you is almost unbearable, and I find myself grappling with reality of a world without your physical presence. But as I mourn your passing, I also celebrate the incredible life you lived. Your strength, resilience, and unwavering faith in the face of adversity have been a source of inspiration for me. And I promise to carry your legacy forward with the same courage and grace that you exemplified throughout your life. Though you may no longer be by my side, your love and spirit will forever guide me through life's journey. I will hold onto the lessons you taught me, the values you instilled in me, and the memories we shared, cherishing them as precious treasures that will sustain me in moments of sorrow and joy alike. Mom, I miss you more than words can express, and the pain of your presence is a testament to the profound impact you had on my life. I will carry your love in my heart always, and I will find comfort in the belief that one day we will be reunited in a place where there is no pain or sorrow. Until that day comes, I will honor your memory by living life that reflects the love, the strength, and compassion you embodied. Your love will continue to be my guiding light, and I will strive to make you proud in everything I do. I love you, Mom, and I will carry you with me always and forever. With all my love, Tsakani Mboweni. The next one that I'm going to read, it's not in chain or line of birth, but because I'm reading for the two, is the message. In fact, I'll read for 3 people, and it's the message from Rulani. Rulani said to me, I must remind you that he is not in Komoi. He has got a wife, so I'll read his and to go together with his wife. Rulani's message reads as thus. There are no words in my language I speak to explain our beautiful relationship. I celebrate your strength, wisdom, nurturing of a mother to everyone, everywhere. Our mother of mothers. I celebrate the beautiful times we have experienced. You carried me for 9 months, and now I will carry you throughout my life. I love you gracefully, and we will keep your legacy strong, Mama. I love you, Mama. Rest in peace. Lastly, thanks for the 45 years we were given together and the last kiss. Go well, Mama. Go well, Mama. Go well, Mama. From Rulani. She is gliding in the skies. Thank you. The last message I'm going to read is from Desiree, Rulan's companion, and it reads as thus. I woke up early that morning. I had a feeling that I cannot explain, undisturbed. I sat quietly and knew something is not right. Later, your son came to give me the good news of your departure. His words did not sink in my head, as I did not want to believe you are gone in such a short time, wishing that I could bring you back. But I know the pain is gone and you are resting in place of peace. It is good news because heaven has called you and you are out of pain. I love you, Mama. That message comes from Desiree, Rulan's wife. Rest in peace, Mama. I will then call upon my younger brother, Uncle Annie, to come forward and continue the tribute. Go ahead.
I had a beautiful mom. I had a beautiful friend. Out of my 42 years, she's always been there for me. But there was a day that she would be always angry at me. That would be Christmas. That's the day I was born. I made her celebrate Christmas in hospital. And she had planned with her family a big celebratory, but I said, me and you are going to celebrate in hospital. So therefore, come Christmas, we were enemies. But any other day, we celebrated together. I will miss her. And I've got a short message for her. We had a beautiful mom, one who never really grew old. Your smile was made of sunshine. Your heart was solid as gold. Your eyes were as bright as shining stars and sparkling like diamonds. And in your cheeks, fair roses you see. We had a wonderful mom, and that's the way it will always be. But take heed, because she still keeps an eye on all of us. So let's make sure she will like what she sees. One key thing to my brothers and family, please make sure that we continue her teachings, her kind celebratory life that she lived. I love you, Mama. Rest in peace. You'll forever live in my heart. And the next message is from my little brother, Fuma. As your last born, I was your final closing to the motherhood. You spoiled me, loved me, and supported me in all that I do. The lessons you have taught me will live on. The only thing left is a hole in my life where you used to be. I would choose you all over again to be my mother. Thank you, Mommy. I love you. From Mboweni.
Thank you, my brothers, for such a beautiful tribute to Mommy. If you look at the time that we are left with, effectively without reading if I make an exception to the reading of the obituary, it almost says we are left with 20 minutes. And if you look at the people that are listed there, you are about 18. If I exclude one, you are 17. If I exclude the reader of the obituary, including the now and then chorus that will come in between. Effectively, it means you have got 1 minute each. Literally 1 minute. But I'm not going to be unfair. Let's just balance out. And I think what I'm calling is that tribute by aunts, please pick one amongst the three of you. Tribute by grandchildren, please pick one, so that you can be able to have 2-3 minutes to be able to talk about your loved grandmother. That we can, I'm suggesting that you do something. Tribute by daughter-in-laws. Those who have already read the messages, I'm not going to be unfair. I will allow the two of you, if you want to speak. So please try to consolidate as we proceed with the program. Can I have a song, a nice chorus when the daughters-in-law, the daughters, in fact, they are not daughters-in-law, they are her daughters, when the daughters come forward to talk about their mom.
Hallelujah, Hosanna.
Minjani, Ipukile. I know Steve if that's got a client message late, but I'm going to Fulani. Correct. Look, Nifuleka at the phone. Minani ni Mboweni ni makoti lunkulu wa mama. Ni melana ko sisi ba mina yonaro. Bana ba Mboweni ba banyonyane. Xikwembu xi nyike mama vana va bafana ntsena. Mara hikuva Xikwembu xi tiva ti-plan xa xona xi endle ku ri mama va vana va makoti. As mi vona yini la hi khomanile and hi ta ku representeni Mboweni. La nga yima la kusuhani na mina i sesi wa mina Des Mboweni. And then ivi kuva wo hetelela i Zanele Mboweni but na vana va ta ti tivisa. A ni kombela Hlulani ku ri a ta ni pfuna a ni hlayela. Ni kombela Shrine.
You must never give up, oh never give up, oh never, oh never give up, oh you must never, 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 never give up. Usuba pelele, oba pelela.
And I'm here to represent the ladies, all of them. It says, letter to my mother-in-law. Words cannot express how sad I am to be standing here today without her. I've known Mama for plus minus 23 years. Nitamile Mama Lakaya for plus minus 30 years. Mama, abarnandi Ranzu and Bangalabi Silo Souma and Jelene. Nihleketa loko ni ta tshama na mama ani va tshama ani va chava hikuva ani twe so switori ku ri Makoloi wa trap ni kumbula siku rin'wana ni vutisa Tsakani ku ri why mama va vitana Makoloi and Tsakani a nga swi tivi ku ri why we continue arguing and Tsakani said famba u ya va vutisa. Sorry. I came out the room feeling confident because I will ask her why Baba Vitana hi vito leri. However, loko ni pfula nyangwa abatsami sofeni, my brain quickly reset and I remembered I was told kur Makoloi. Yeah, Makoloi angatona nonsense and what rapa. I wasn't going to tempt her. As Niburini, Nitamine na mama, we had our ups and downs. Kambe because of Riranzu, ikomanile. Mama niba kenza kunitwa kunitswalela nuna. You have given a gracious man who I share my life with. Loko kungari in n'wina ani sorry guys, I didn't study shaman. I'm doing my best here. Survival mode. Now, Mama, we had an ups and downs, but because of the run, like I
loko ku nga ri hi n'wina a ni ta va ni nga ri Mrs. Mboweni. Mama a mi ri mama wa ntiyiso wa rirhandzu. Mina mi ni kurisile, mi ni kurisele vafana va mina. You would call them my boys. Mi va dyondzisa ku hlonipha namuntlha. They are amazing husbands and fathers. Mi hi rhandzile hi ri va makoti va n'wina and accepted us as we are. Your grandkids, gosh, you loved your grandkids with all your heart. It was always a pleasure to watch you with them as they also loved you. Mama, mi va rhandzile. Mama, mi va rhandzile, mi vonile, mi lwa ku ri mi va mama, mi va rhandzile, mi vadzile. Hi mi khongelela kambe ha amukela hi ri xilunghile mi hi kurisile. Na tshemba ku ri hi ta tinyungubyisa vito ra n'wina nje loko hi ri vo manana namuntlha as vamanani Mboweni Junior. Etlela hi kurhula. Tinyungubyisa hi n'wina vo manani Mboweni. Etlela hi kurhula. Mageline Makoloi Mboweni, your daughter-in-law, Makoloi.
Ndiyambulisa nonke ngegama likaYesu Kristu sethu igama lam Zuzanele wakwaMboweni, ndimakoti wakugqibela. Ngixolele isitshangana shamina ashikahle, so I don't want to rukatela anyone, so I will keep it safe. Loyi otlele laya ugelgel wa mina na yena besibitana gelgel. Sihlalile la Soweto. One of the first lessons that I was taught when I got married was imisebenzi kamakoti ekhayeni ukugqibezela imisebenzi yokhokho nokhokhokazi bekhaya. So the first lesson umama taught me was understand the language, familiarize yourself with the culture. So they would initiate me every now and then. Ubaba would call me Manatsako nani Papa komela untisele munyu. Yo, ndiye kitchen ndithi Nkosi yami ntoni? At that time I didn't even have my phone. I couldn't even Google what is munyu. Fortunately for me, Ketsi was always there to help me. She was 3 at the time. My time, munyu is salt. Oh, following big tisele nkwana. It got deeper and deeper and deeper, but it was beautiful. Having had shared the experience with everything and everyone, I wouldn't trade it for anything. I loved this woman, and she loved me just as much. Even Nasekhaya, Eastern Cape, she will travel with me and represent me. There was no lengths that she wouldn't go for me, and there was no lengths I wouldn't go for her. She always taught me, whenever mutengena la egeti, wanamina smile and make sure to permanent. Abu Mamilo would come in and she would teach me rooibos with some lemon, and I would make sure that is done. You've lost your best friend today. You've lost your mothers today. But one thing I truly believe, that energy never dies, energy transcends. Mama lives through us. Mama lives through our children. Her DNA is imprinted in who and what we are. So today is a celebration of a transition of an incredible woman. Mama was a healer. Mama was optimist. Mama would remind us, watch your words, Manamina, because what you say with your words, you create ebomini. So I'm forever grateful for all the lessons that she taught me. Even though I never understood Buddhism, but I would hear her and she would tell me, today I was praying for Butakani, today I was praying for Butakani, today I'm praying for my grandchildren. Because spirituality is something that's personal and only you understand what it means. So to that, ngithi hamba kahle ntombi enhle yakamangwane, hamba kahle kokwane wabantwana bethu, hamba kahle mama wethu, hamba kahle ntombazane, usibusele kosis Esther, usibusele kosis bakho. I know it was hard to lose so many of them. Today you are reunited. I pray Papa wena akwenzele iTurkey yakho le baba wakho wethanda ukwenzela yona. I pray that today in heaven there is joyful in everything that is who you are. We will honor you. Ngemisebenzi yethu. Even though sometimes sizokuda ngoba singabantwana, but kuko konke we carry you. Sizokuhlonipha. Elikhaya lohlala limile. Ngoba imfundiso zakho zimile. Kuko konke sohlala sokuthandaza. Hamba kahle ntombazana. Uma okhokho nokhokho bazilekhaya sithi camako siyacamagusha kuba bonke bokukhanya sithi makudede ukukhanya hlale kuvela ubumnyama yo makudede ubumnyama kuvela ukhanya yo
yo
Abshay, Minjani. So, I'm the colored one that you know. I don't want to make it long. I just want to Emina Manankatek. So, firstly, when I came into this family, it was rough. We had our fights and we had everything, but surprisingly I got to learn the Mbowenis. I got to learn myself how to bula bula. Yes. Even though my children, only one can bula bula, but the other ones, they only hear, but it's very difficult for them. And I just want to say, you know what, Umama was a great person. She was a great woman, a phenomenal woman she was. Umama treated me and my sisters here with great respect, and that is what she always wanted from us. And you know, it's amazing that I have lasted so long here, and I will keep on serving the purpose that I was brought here to do. I've been here for 21 years in this family, only through God's grace that I'm being here. This morning I made a little joke there at the back. I was like, whoa, I've never slept last night. I'm going to wake Mama up this morning and I'm going to ask her for a divorce. And then my sister at the back said to me, yo, my sister, it's too late now, you have to cook now. And we're doing this for Mama today. So I just want to say thank you to Mama. Thank you for letting me know you. me and my children, and my husband, and your children, for money, Papa Molo, Papa Tongo Amo, Papa Tongo for money. It is for sadness that you know what Mama was in a lot of pain. But at the time came when all the pain was taken away from Mama. I know it's hard, but it doesn't mean that we have to stop what we're doing now. So I believe that we're gonna conquer her, and then we're gonna keep on doing what we're doing. Rest in peace, Lord.
Thank you, Baba Koti, Baba Mboweni. Let me tell you this. If you cannot, and I want to start with Zanele and say, I'm impressed. It's still very early, and you're already speaking it so powerfully. Wow, there's a why not. The colored woman is speaking such a beautiful Tsonga, more than my aunt who cannot read Tsonga. To open the Tsonga school because it's embarrassing you, the others, no chorus, just keep on coming. Call one after another, so get ready because this 10 minutes we must use it efficiently. Unless if I end up with 1 minute or so, I know there are 2 or 3 people that want me to add them. I will see how I deal with that. But first, I have to finish those that are already the program. Now that we are done with this, the sons and the daughters, by the way, there's a message to all them, our mothers that are here, and young girls who are still going to get married, that if you cannot adapt and know the language of your husband, you are doing what Daniel has asked the Israelites. You are staggering with 2 legs. One, you are nostalgic. The other one, you want to be part of the new family. Be part of the new family fully. I'm not saying don't speak your language, but be part of your marriage language. Know it in and out. Know it. If you don't, you are staggering with 2 legs. Can I now call Auntie Margaret Himalata? Kuta and Mary Nabatibak. Okay. And I will call the HOD to come forward, and Maria to represent Bohani. Tanan Matwi. You have got 1 minute, but I'll give you 2 minutes.
Abseni Mipukile ni telepimela bani nirlontsongo lava ni nga yima na vona yani lava vulavulaka yani Maria ku na vahani Jane vahani Eunice vahani Mori va tele vahani laha ka Mboweni ni nga hlaya ni nga heti hi tsale nyana mahungu mara hi ta vulavula hi Xitsonga vumunhu bya muhariva wa hina hi tshame na vona va hi hlayisa va hi komba rirhandzu a va nga kheti a hi ri vahariva hinkwenu a va ri tanihi mhani ka hina migingiriko ya vona a va tirhela na community na kwala kaya hi swi vonile a va hi tsundzuxa a va tlhela va endla na vutiolori va tlhela va hi dyondzisa ku endla vutiolori loko hi va vhakerile a va hi nyika na ti-pamphlet va hi pfuna na le ka timhaka ta mavabyi hina hi hanye na vona tanihi mhani a u nga ta suka u nga dyangi va hi dyondzise ku sweka va hi dyondzisa ku tirhandza a va hi rhandza swinene na hina a hi va rhandza a ta va rhandza ku ya ku yili ha tirhandza hikwalaho ka vona eka vana salani mi hlayisana tsakani wena mbakasana na swin'wana tikombi loko ku va na swin'wana hi kona lava papatsoko lava ka Mangwani a hi saleni hi yisa amahlweni leswi swikhweza va nga hi dyondzisa swona a ku ri mhani va hi hlayisile swinene a swi olovi no yima hikwalaho ka ku swo boha inkomu.
Thank you, Bohan. Indeed, I mean, this is 2 minutes. The next one in that, and tell me someone again. Look, walk on him within 2 seconds. Look, I'm gone. The next one, Akaba, grandchildren, you know who is coming forward. Who is coming? Between Mpo, Edwin, Kensani, Tsako, Samulo, and Kate. Only one of you. Whoever you have, you chose, come forward, please. Grandchildren, join them, but only one is going to speak. Please, let's move. Down on my face.
Imina Mboweni. I'll be representing all the 16 grandchildren today. To my beloved grandmother, your passing shattered my heart. And it's unsurmountable pain. You were one of the strongest people I know, and seeing that you have lost this battle is the hardest thing to ever accept. However, I thank God for blessing us, your grandchildren, with your presence. You were always the motivation we needed and the light at the end of the tunnel. The love you had for people and your family was unexplainable. I will always miss seeing your smile and hearing your inspirational stories. I promise that we will all make you proud by achieving our dreams. Well, you said we must not enter your yard without a degree, so we don't really have a choice. And I stand here and I'm proud to say, thank you for being the best grandmother ever.
Thank you guys. That's it. Thank you. We really appreciate your presence. Sorry, I cannot read your message. Next in line is Bo Madume. All of you get away with it even if you did not prepare, because now it's 1 minute. Solaki Mangwa Solach Mangwani, if Megata Mashwini Meta Piranesia Boman Meba and Zapso. Back on. Okay, I'm moving on. Miss Kubai, Megon. Miss Kubai, Taran Masui. It is well with my soul. It is well. It is well with my soul. With my soul. It is well. It is well with my soul.
Rose Wakango Benda Blablaku. Here in Shikani Bakanjiban Shonge. Bimele Ratana. They I found Bakayama as his name. She was a mother. I don't know Kuringang Bitanai.
ambele switoko swo tala la nhlokweni ya vona. Gym leyi va endlaku na hina hi endlisiwa yona. Ni langutisa na ntshungu lowu nga la handle. She was a snappy dresser. Basasekile vanhu la handle. She was a snappy dresser. Rirhandzu rona na habuli. The smile. Loko nga yanga society na u tivutisa ku ri I wonder Mboweni namuntlha u va dyondzise yini. Aya a society ni monthly. Hi mhaka ya COVID sungula ku tlurisa. A u nga wishi ku ri u misa siku ra society hikuva swi tiva ku ri Mboweni u ya ku hi dyondziseni swin'wana. A ri munhu a laya hi nghene hi ri vana mara hi fike laya hi kurisiwa hi rirhandzu ra yena. Namuntlha hi vakokwani hinkwerhu mara she was always there. Na loko ku yiwa kwini u tirherile ratananga. A nga zanga a ku hi ku na vabya a ni nge yi na n'wina namuntlha a benga. She was always there. U yi tirherile a n'wi rhandza a hi rhandza. Vo mhani ni ri asikisini bomama silahlekele sonke umndeni ulahlekele angilahlekelwanga miri mweshe nakhensa.
Thank you. Really appreciate it. But Bangana plus the business partners, because you know society is a business. I make cancer in then mama. Sister Joyce, please come forward. Mita Nigarito Rabuma Kedwani. At the same time, the chairman of the block, Mr. Koza, said to me, I must not call a name, I must just call the chairman of the block, because chairmen are not called by names, they are owners. So, chairman, I will ask you to also come forward as Sister Joyce is coming forward. And if both of you can come forward, please. The chairman of the block, if you can come forward.
Tana moya okweti, tana moya tana moya okweti, tana moya.
But I want to be very short as required by the program director. To be short, there are only 4 things that I would like to point out in this celebration of Mboweni. When we came to this place as new neighbors, we were young women, Omakoti, Abavela, Emidolex, Orlando West, Sazo Shanganala. The next point is that we decided, Mboweni, to have our own group in society, Yabo Makoloi. The one thing that I pointed out to the group was that some of us need to go for training. Under organization Yabasadi, which is the national body, which used to have leadership workshops, training programs, and also supporting one another. From that time onwards, we are still together. Besila in and out as a family, Mboweni. We have walked from 1982 to where we are. We have never separated one another. siyobokuqala ukungena kwindlu ngendlu yomakhelwane la eDikloof. Siba obokuqala abahamba in and out every day to support the family yakwaMboweni. One note that I need to point out as a leader with Mboweni is that we started even the gym that they have to say, can we have people doing different things? Mboweni was there to follow the route, no Mrs. Mbata, to be in the gym now, which was initiated by them. One point that I also want to make is that Mboweni and the organization Yesondo organized with the leaders of the church some funding for us to have a conference in town, in a hotel somewhere in town, where we were doing a leadership, which is what I'm doing even now with all of us who were part of that group. To point out a few things that we celebrate Mboweni is that you never lose energy from a person who is committed to what she wants to do. She will never miss anything that is a meeting, that is information that you need to continue spreading around the women's sector. Our mama, the umbrellas, and nezinkukugas. If you know what kukugas is, you protect your family, you protect your children, you protect the women that you associate with. And for that, we are a group that appreciates the send-off the children zakamamboweni. Abantwana banamhlanje abasakhona ukwenza isupport yabazali babo because they are down with drugs, they are drowned with liquor, they are drowned with all the ills that families, parents do not want to see. But we have seen an example of the 4 boys that were also assisted by us. Like her. And our makoti nabo siyaba support. Abapheli bengasibonanga singena one by one kule ndlu yakwamboweni. uMboweni masifika la siqale into ekuthiwa isiphaza sokufuna abantu abasidrophela izinkwa because we're outside the location yendala. So we had to talk to Baba about Ukhate, why deliver, why have to drop us isinkwa, but she finally had a spaza here, which was very useful for the family around us. And when we started going business-wise, all of us have talents. Esinazo, i-gym yanamhlanje ine handwork team eyenza i-crafts work because of the training yabo mama abavela la, oMboweni, oMambata, nabanye abanamakhono okusebenzisa izandla zabo. I must say, Mboweni, in her past activities up to the end of her illness, we must thank God for saving her all the years. I must say, sibadala. Sesihamba ngendlubu, abanye bahamba bakobile. But what we appreciate is that we have brought around the leadership that we're training to take over. So when we pass the baton, you pass it to people who can do it. Abantwana amantombazana makunomsebenzi abapheli uzoncedisa ukuphila bafaka amafasikoti bebe la up until very late yesterday. I appreciate your work, ladies, around this area for supporting us siguga. Asisenawo amandla, but amandla is now is the time we're waiting for uNkulunkulu starter. The long journey where Mboweni is through sickness. But the long journey that we need to see is the long journey which is a send-off. The send-off is important. Abantwana babo bangakhiphi ngebhayisikili, bangakhiphi ngesitulo esibekwe ibhokisi lamatamatisi, bangakhiphi ingathi awuzange ubazali. So I'm saying, wherever we went with Mboweni to workshops, she would slip out and go with me. But the impression that we were giving is that when you train and you're a leader, you have to pass the baton to others. To that end, I must say thank you very much. And I think I've taken my 1 minute with extra time because I'm an elderly. Thank you very much.
And indeed, my baby will never allow me to stop Sister Joyce, our mother. Wisdom comes from here. If you don't hear and listen to his wisdom, then you have lost. So those ones when I do, I've allowed her, it is because she is my mom. And it's wisdom that comes from here. Thank you, Mommy. What Mommy did, she also spoke for the blog. So the blog is covered because chairman is not here. So let's just then move on. And you know, I want to apologize again.
I'm here.
No, but chairman, I said come with them. Come to one second. Otherwise, I'm moving on. I apologize again to SGI. I'm hoping, you know, with funerals, this is the problem always. The word of God always suffers. It always suffers.
But just to thank Makoloi and chairman Makoloi because we decided to and support each other. So what we have started really is good. And as we combine during the week, I would supporter. So Thomas to Labakubaku Nikensa Makoloi impela kuba support le bangayinika throughout. Naku cancer to be Jamanan Mboweni. Naku ka family impela ayeni lefi Psalm 23 school akaku Jehovah mhlazwa mina ngakani kaphuma.
As Philippine come forward, Lillian, can you stand next to her? Because immediately I just acknowledge him so that you see him. Especially please stand up so that people can listen. I don't have time. I would have given you time. Since people, I know you want to speak for your, you want to talk about your sister. Unfortunately, I don't have time. Time it's way up. So Philippine, as you come to represent the friends, Lillian, please stand next to Philippine, and you immediately take over and you read the obituary so that we can head over to SGI. Thank you for having allowed us this much time. There's no addition, just you.
Ka Mboweni ha ke tlo bua haholo se ba buletse tse ngata ka yena. E ne le ngwaneso e le mokgotsi wa ka e le ntho tse kaofela. Ke leboha hore le la boraro wa beke ele e fitileng ile ka mmona. Ke leboha le bana ba hae bana ba tshwaraneng yana ka bona yana. Senka se buang fela ka ha Mboweni ke gore ke tla mo pella fela hanyane pina ena. Da patezi khona kunesimanga ebukhoneni bakhe kunenjabulo igama lakhe Good night, my sister. See you in the morning.
Thank you, and indeed we will see her in the morning. Oscar, stand next to her. I don't have time. So, Oscar, who are you? Can we?
So 72 years of age, passed on Sunday, January the 21st, 2024 at Chris Hani Baragwana's Hospital. Makoloi was born on August the 10th, 1952 in Rustenburg, Tabatwani, to the late Abel and Anne Mangwani. They later moved to Alexandra, then Deep Clove. She was the third youngest of 7 children. 3 preceded her in death. Magdalene was educated in the Mboweni Community Center School in Alexandra and Tiani Higher Primary, and completed her schooling in Madibani High School. Magdalene married the late Joseph Duxbury Mboweni in the early 70s, and they were blessed with 7 sons. 7 sons were born from this union. Magdalene professed her life to Christ at the early age. The family joined Ethiopians Church in Christ and then proceeded to join SGI Buddhist Fellowship. She loved working in the fellowship and cherished her belief. Serving on several committees, always enjoying helping others. She served as a gym instructor of Ikotuleng and served in the Ratanang Burial Society for many years until her health prevented her doing the services. Magdalene retired from Lorenzo Jewelry. Magdalene loved to read SGI books, chanting for and with others, spending time with family, laughing and always wearing a smile on her face. She was a loving and caring person, devoted wife, mother, and friend, always thinking of others first. To know her was to love her. Magdalene lives to cherish her loving memory, her brothers, children, the late Christopher, the late Wycliffe, Tsakani, Rulani, Amkelani, Fumani, and gift 3 daughters-in-law, 16 grandchildren, and host of nieces, nephews, cousins, and friends.
Imina Mageline Nyamane Makoloi, mwana wa Abeli na Njakeni, wa Mabuya Phatsi, wa Shapondo, wa Mukapa, wa Shihinga, wa Tlakusi, wa Boko, wa Kuhlomula Nsinya, Arangandlela, Mangani ya Kubaba.
Etlela hi ku rhula ntombi ya ka Mangwani, etlela hi ku rhula n'wingi wa hina, n'wingi wa ka Mboweni, maduna Gubevu, amaduna mahle. Famba uya va rhungula vo Josepha, famba uya va rhungula vo Mekanyana, famba uya va rhungula vo Baptini, vo Kovela wa Makhange, vo Xietlela Vurhongo van'wana va pfukile, vo Makhwetana, vo Xikomu xa Ntsifa xi ri ni risinzi xi ri Mantshovola. Famba kahle uya va rhungula. Maduna 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 Kanimamba Mboweni, Kanimamba Mboweni, oh Kanimamba Maduna, oh Kanimamba Mboweni, oh Kanimamba.
Thank you. Family, friends, colleagues, as you know that our mother, as the obituary said, she was a Christian as a young girl and a young wife, but down in life, she joined SGI, she became a Buddhist. If you have never experienced Buddhism, today it is the time to experience. We are handing over to SGI, and thank you. We know we have taken more time, but we highly appreciate the time that you've given us. And I want to hand over to the church that Mami belonged to. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Program Director, for handing over to me. Good morning, Sanbonani, Absheni, and our Program Director for this part of SGI. Vitoramina Iluwi Wakazwano. So, I think a lot has been said about Maggie. Maggie had been a very bright, shining star, and I think her legacy would be carried forward, and the children have attested to that. Friends have also attested to that, and even the neighbors. So, I think at this time of mourning as a family, you're not alone, we are with you, and we're definitely gonna support throughout, as she has been a person that supported many of us, taught many of us, and encouraged many of us to do things that we never thought we could. And we will now start with the prayers. As the previous program director mentioned that the time is too tight. We were supposed to do a 30-minute or 20-minute prayer, but we will reduce that to 10 minutes. And what we will be doing as SGI, we will be chanting Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. That is the basic prayer. And just to briefly explain what that is, it simply says, I devote myself to the laws of life and let them manifest or let them show. Okokunye ungasho ukuthi imithetho eyemvelo ngiyayamukela, ngiyakholelwa kuyo futhi mayenzeke. So sizocela ke ukuthi nisijoyine nani ningasabi. When we do this prayer, we simply reciting Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. And then we will then conclude with Gongyo, which is going to be recited out of liturgic books. And those of you who are sitting next to the person who has the liturgic book, please do join. Thank you, Mazi. You can start now. Thank you very much, Menzi, for leading the Gonyo. Without any further waste of time, I would like to call upon Zanele, who would be reading messages of condolences or farewell messages to Maggie.
Sanbalani, Absheni, Binjani, igama lami Zanele. I think abaningi ngiyazi. Mboweni was a mother to me. Ukhulela la ekhaya, and then our bond became strong when I started to also become a Buddhist and I started chanting. Our bond became very, very strong. We were inseparable. I was always like Aya, and yeah. So I'm going to read a message from Kyoko Morgan, who is the women division leader of the SGI here in South Africa. It reads as such: I am sending my deepest appreciation for Sis Maggie's life and condolences to the family and friends who love her dearly. My most cherished memory of her is when we used to sing together in our Buddhist group's choir in Johannesburg. Sis Maggie was always joyful while singing, and she directed with rhythms. Also, the members of the Soweto group sang my husband's favorite song, Iskorokoro, at our wedding, and Sis Maggie was one of them. Sis Maggie also welcomed us warmly to her lovely home whenever we had a meeting or we had visitors. I must confess I have one regret, which is that I did not do the same when I had just had my first baby and a group of Soweto members were coming to do choir practice. They arrived early and I was not very welcoming. I was stressed, but I regret my small-heartedness even now. Sis Maggie had the treasures of the heart in abundance. Our Buddha Nichiren Daishonin teaches us that more valuable than treasures in a storehouse are the treasures of the body, and the treasures of the heart are the most valuable of all. I'm very fortunate to be able to see her. I was very fortunate to be able to see her in 2018 with Colleen-san and Yoko-san. We sang together again, and the image of Sis Maggie in her element, singing and dancing and leading the song, will forever remain as the treasure of my heart. I am so fortunate to have known Sis Maggie, and I'd like to promise that we will continue her spirit, keep her spirit alive by singing songs at our meetings. Hamba kakuhle, Sis Maggie, until we see each other and sing together again. From Kyoko Morgan. The second message is from Pamela Nombete, who is based in the UK. She says, I am so sorry I'm unable to be with you all today. Mboweni's effervescence continues to shine and continues to inspire and pour hope and resilience in our hearts. I will always be reminded of her big smile and gentle spirit. What a gift to all of us and to all her loved ones. Her safe transition through the universe side by side with our sensei is assured. She is surely dancing with her eternal life force and continues to motivate us to persevere in faith and to continue laughing and be happy for ourselves and for all the people we encounter, today, tomorrow, and forever. Go with peace, Mboweni, riding on the wings of Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Thank you.
Thank you for the messages. I will then call upon the representatives of SGI, that is Lauren Braithwaite Kabosha and Jane Roach. While they are making replenish ourselves with new life. In this light, death should be acknowledged along with life as a blessing to be appreciated. I'll now hand over to Jane.
Thank you. Good morning, Abhishek. I can barely remember a time when Maggie wasn't a member of SGI South Africa. She will always be woven into the fabric of our history as a stalwart pioneer. I was fine. When I first sat down here, I thought, Handbagashi Maggie was held outside Cape Town up the west coast. I remember it had been very cold and windy, but Maggie and Sis Susan, who had not seen the sea before, were determined to swim. And so those of us who were not quite as brave stood and watched. It was freezing. I will never forget her face when she came out of there, the wonderful smile, as we see over there. For many years I was part of the group here in Soweto, and in the early days, after Thomas and Alina had moved, the meetings were always held here at this house, and they were always very vibrant, very good discussions, and very warm and welcoming, as all of those of you who know who've been in Maggie's home. I work in education, and there were times at the end of a long day of schools in Soweto when I'd be exhausted and the thought of getting back onto that highway and hitting evening traffic. I would phone Maggie and say, "Are you home?" And she would ask if I was in Soweto, and I'd say yes, and she said, "Would you like tea?" And I'd say, "Oh yes, please." And I would pop in, and we would have a cup of tea, and we would talk about everything under the sun, from what had happened in the last Buddhist meetings to the gogos she taught in her arthritis gym classes, as she called them, and then about her sons, and then we'd go on to something like how terrible the menopause was as you get older, and then back to her sons, and nothing was sacred. And so after that cup of tea and that discussion, I could get back on the highway and get home after a long day. We have a study program as part of our Buddhist practice, and for years Maggie refused to write an exam, although her knowledge of the practice was deep. I knew this because we'd had all these discussions, and so I managed to talk to her into finally writing an exam, and of course she did very well. And of course when I congratulated her, it was like, well, of course. She just shrugged it off because she knew that. But my favourite Maggie memory shows us the strength of her as a woman. We were here for Pomani's wedding. Maggie was everywhere. She was like a general, organising her sons, organising her daughters-in-law. Bring this, take that, put that out. And there was a man sitting next to me He was Isikosa, and he said, nah, Isikosa men would not do this. It must be a Sisonga thing. So I looked at him and I looked and I thought, no. I said, no, it's not a Sisonga thing, it's Maggie. It's her sons. Her sons are doing this. So when I got up to get my food, I saw Rolani and I said to Rolani, are you doing this because this is what Sisonga men do? Or are you doing this because you're Maggie's sons? And he looked at me and he rolled his eyes and he said, Jane, you know my mother. It's because we're Maggie's sons. And so that showed me the strength of the woman who had brought up such wonderful independent men, and listening to her daughters-in-law earlier, how she related to her daughters-in-law. So I'd like to close with a Buddhist message from Daisaku Ikeda, who, as Aneli said, passed just recently, who always loved things and always wrote about mothers. And now, this is really hard because it's on one of these things. He says, that beautiful feeling of respect for one's mother is a starting point for peace. Mothers are great. They are strong, resilient, and gentle. If humanity could always remember the spirit of a mother's love, there would be no more wars. When you cherish your mothers, you are cultivating the spirit of peace. Hambagashi Nadi.
I'm so honored to take a minute.
Mike.
I'm so honored to take a minute. I'm sure each of you have beautiful, cherished memories of Mom and Mboweni that you could share. I'm grateful to have this time just briefly to share my experience of Mom and Mboweni. Was love. We had a WhatsApp group, Victory with Diamond, where we would pray for our members who were facing illness or challenges or difficulties. And she would ask me, Lauren, can you please tell us what I'm facing? I'm really generating so much prayer energy and so much connection within our community. And she would send a voice message. I love you. I love you. I'm sending you love. Those are my precious, I'll never erase those memories, those messages from Mboweni, where she is expressing her love in the purest form. So I appreciate this time to say how much I loved her, how much we loved her, how much she was loved, how much she provided leadership, energy, hope, a way forward. Where's that button? Don't give in into the old age. She loved her grannies that she encouraged. And she was a source of hope, light, and encouragement that will always be cherished and appreciated. And I want to say thank you to your family. For enabling us to share this time of remembrance and love and transition. Thank you.
Thank you very much for sharing your encounter with Maggie Makoloi. And what is next on our item? It's final encouragement by Anthony. Anthony, you can come forward. And after Anthony, we would have remarks by a family representative. As per my program, please do nominate one person that will come and give some remarks before we end off as we will be proceeding to the cemetery.
Morning, everyone. Samana. There's a quote by Daisaku Keida, the third president of our Buddhist organization and our Buddhist mentor, which explains the essence of Buddhism. It's this: a great human revolution in just a single individual will help achieve a change in the destiny of a nation, and further will enable a change in the destiny of all humankind. In other words, a positive change in ourselves creates a positive change in our family, and this ripples out into our community and to the world. This is the essence of Buddhism. So everything starts with a change in the heart of a single person. I'm talking about this because I'd like to show how Mboweni put into practice and embodied the principles of Buddhism. When I think of Mboweni, I think of her warm smile. It was like she was hugging me with that warm smile of hers. Everywhere she went, people could feel there's something about her that made you feel at ease. She wanted people to be happy, and people could feel that from her. I'm sure her life wasn't easy, but nevertheless, she had the energy to rise above her own worries and her problems, to be concerned about other people. And we heard how she took leadership in this community and helped many people. And where she went, she brought a light with her. So to return to that quote I began with, everything begins from a change in the heart of one person. Carrying out this change is a great spiritual adventure that brings happiness into our lives and spreads that happiness to others. So, you know, Mboweni practiced Buddhism passionately for many years. She was a pioneer of practicing Buddhism here in Soweto. So she really is a historic person. But maybe there are many people here today who don't really know what Buddhism is all about. So that's why I'd also like to explain a bit so that you can understand what it was that she was devoted to spiritually. The teachings of Buddhism explain that there's a special energy that exists in the life of each of us. We can think of this as being like the sun. It's the sun of Buddhahood. When that sun begins to rise, it transforms everything. Just like when the sun rises in the sky in the morning and the world is completely transformed. Things you couldn't see in the darkness are now clear. There's brightness and you can move ahead easily without being afraid or tripping over things. This sun of Buddhahood exists inside everyone. And in the same way, when the sun of Buddhahood rises in our lives, it transforms our inner world. It also shines a light on the world and the people around us. The light that radiates from this sun is the light of our inherent wisdom, the wisdom that exists inside our lives. It's the power we possess to solve our problems and to realize the best way to live. It's the light of courage that exists in our lives. We need courage to take action, to break through the things that hold us back. And it's the light of compassion, that feeling of warmth towards others, and the wish for them to be happy. We saw all these things in Mboweni. The Buddhist practice we do, as you heard now, chanting Nam-myoho Renge Kyo, also supporting others and teaching others about Nam-myoho Renge Kyo, studying and deepening our understanding of Buddhism through study. This is the practice that Mboweni carried out. The purpose of this Buddhist practice is to cause this sun of Buddhahood to rise in our hearts. So as I said, Mboweni was a pioneer of that great revolution here, that human revolution here in Soweto. Actually, she was introduced by her son Rolani, which I found out just the other day, which is very happy to hear. He actually started before she did. But she caused that sun of Buddhahood to rise here in Soweto. It's beginning to rise. No doubt it will continue to rise. And that is the powerful legacy that's Mboweni that will endure far, far into the future, and it will be carried forward by Hulani and the grandchildren and the sons. So, thank you very much.
Okay. I don't feel the mic. And those that I had said earlier on that I know you wanted to say something. You are a bit lucky that we are going to disrupt the program of our good friend from Mami's church. Because the head is not here, I just want to concur with them and see if I can get the two of you that I had recognized, unless if they want to use this time, because it is their time, we rob them enough time anyway. So let me check. If there is something, don't get excited, I'll not call you. I want to check with them first. What, as I told you, that don't get excited until I consult, the eye says to me that they immediately need more time for prayer. So I'm not going to disturb their program, sorry. You can continue. I will speak when we are supposed to be. Thank you.
All right, thank you. I think, as it has been mentioned already, that the funeral undertaker is not here as yet, and we were working towards 10 o'clock. And according to the time here, it's a minute to 10 o'clock. So it can come anytime. But in the meantime, what we will do, we will chant Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. You can join us in doing so. And then when the hearse arrives, sure. The brother is here. I was called earlier on to say words. The sister and was not here. I will give the time to you. And after that, we will.
Ralman, fortunately, we were born in Alexander. It is very difficult, people. We grew up, we were a family of 18. No, 19. I was the 18th boy. My father was a hustler. He was known for many things in Alexander. You know, to support a family of this magnitude is a big task. He ended up selling, they used to call him Madinyama. Afterward, he used to sell meat street to street in order to maintain us. But here we are today. He's left a legacy of the Mbowenis. So we are here, all of us now, to forward the legacy of Mboweni. I'm countless. I don't know how to count, because the family today, we so dominant. Whatever, if at all, we should be fruitful and multiply. This is what the Mbowenis are doing. Rekafo matlapia bolo, dia basketball, Rona har kopani ka ufel. So, Mageline Mboweni, kasitu, a tsebe re bereka ka tsela e ha ebe o nyetse ka ha mthombeni o ha kwenika normally ka setso ha msadi wa hao a ka tlhokofala what we normally do ba ga Mboweni they will come back to the Mageline gore batlele whatever it's kitchenete, I've never kitchenete a sample but batsoge 50 rand, that's the minimum. Buy kise mo ha mangwana gore hey tlhogo ya lona ke le e tsamaile. So tšhelete ene go tšwa gore they refund us manobolo a re ba re ntshetsitse wona. So this is what has been done. That's why I'm sorry to say Mageline Mangwane, because now she has changed from Mboweni to Mangwane. That's how we do it, we Shangans. I don't know other nations. So Mageline, it's I don't know. We've got that gift that God has entrusted in us. Wherever we are in an association or any company of fields or of soccer or what, we turn up to be dominant. When I know she belongs to the gyms. Now Jimmy Sabo was on 6. She became so prominent that today I don't know what are they gonna do, because leader yabona itamai. So I make about traveling creative. They will one of the organization lady deputy. Having a deputy coach or a deputy trainer, I suggest that I nominate Mutu for a career on gymnastic scheme salon. Remove Kamkateku Makoloi unalebana by 4. Ibashimani fella is so blessed. And the Baba in the family, they've got only girls, only, no boys. Wawana Mudimu are now the jeans Tarona, Yatswana. They different engata. So, Panama High mobile thing, Kiaba to do Zakiri Malumabona. I hope resources are waiting. Reta Fularela, Resatola Sheba Muba. Give a couple of Baroda. At Avatar, Amato, or Bata Ise. The Bakayet Lake. Which of Ronaki, the Tavali structure Sarunaza for how to run this family. Not forgetting Baha Mboweni. We work on a 50-50 basis. Live on a chance, live on a chance. Without any waste of time, the popular Tamaya, in order to grow up today, during my heydays, Negatama Sunday school, then Wahula is stage by stage. I said Khalifa Mo, so Tama di Tofel, so Tama in Marakacheko. Adi utusi kusanto se kolo upinela modimo konano umolemo we belong to Ethiopian Catholic Church in Zion. Neli kanake ya Tatuwa Road, ya Tatuwa Road. So Tatuwa Road now be a Resia, then first born Aruna, that then Mangwane took over ministry ya Tatuwa Road. So there is no direction. Yahoo Ujoina Kaneke Effing Yan Tator in King. Uchokorina democracy realite Hale. Kawanuna Konanu, Unaldi Buddhist, Babang Kidding Muslim, Babang Patamat Kiddingata. We got freedom of movement. Mudi Kereke. So kate ima so se ndate moruti or program director antabua for batla go chanta hanyane kere batho ba Nyako yabo madumalona iflekile for any problem that comes at contact you come to us are kwale kamontle itla kopa kumbela simurigwe Sikawena moya wanga Sikaku kana kana Shana umimala shana Dakana waletilwe Kuleni misabale Simple one kubasnene kanyingi loko ni karni balona na ntsumbua xikwembu na rimbelela hikuva hi ta tikuma a hi ku loko se hi file hi helela aka 6 feet ntsena xikwembu xi endle mano hi ya mahlweni na vutomi bya hina laha hi nga ta kuma vutshamo bya hina hi ta hlangana va ri a wu fikan'we tanihi loko hi ta ku mbheni mayanganake loko se hi fila ha ha vuyi ku vuya never wa ha vuya kambe u ya mahlweni ni misiya na matito lawani amen.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Mboweni. We will proceed with the chanting. Please do alert us when the undertaker has arrived so that we can hand over to the family to do their rites or rituals. And then we would be continuing chanting silently so as the corpse or Maggie leaves the yard. And then, yeah, please do alert us.
go nam yo ho nenge 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 go nam yo ho
1,000 Buddhas extending their hands to all of Nichiren's disciples and lay supporters who chant Nam-myoho Renge Kyo as melons or moonflowers extending their slender vines. It's the quote. It's from the heritage of the ultimate law of life.
Rhandza ku mi xeweta hinkwenu hi vito ra Yesu Kreste. Loko a heleketa majamalume ma mina lava hi va rhandzaka swinene Mageline, Makoloi, Mboweni. Endlwini ya vona yo hetelele lava va kumaku ku tsaka ndzi kurhula hi laha ku nga heriki. Etlela hi kurhula ntombi ya ka Mangwani, etlela hi kurhula n'wingi wa hina, n'wingi wa ka Mboweni, Maduna Kubewu. Maduna amahle. Famba uya va rungula vo Josefa, vo Makenyana, vo Baptini, vo Kovela wa Makange. Vo Xihetlela Vurongo van'wani va pfukile. Vo Makhwetani, vo Xikomu xa Ntsefa a xi rimi xirindzi xi rima ntshovolo. Famba kahle uya va rungula. Maduna muhle, Maduna muhle. Inkomo.
Oh, Kanimamba Maduna. Oh, Kanimamba Mboweni. Kanimamba.
Seleteleli yexe ku na vanhu lava va nga ta chela misava va pfala yindlu leyi hi ta ku hi ta tirha xi-tradition a hi nga